I remember when I used to read the guides video games would give you inside the case on how to play the game, sometimes including artwork and bits of lore as well. I loved it. I don't think publishers really do this anymore, as they either include an in-game tutorial or nothing at all, just to save money. Someone like myself, who's eager to just jump straight into a game rather than go through a tutorial, I think the best tutorial is one that sets itself up so that you don't even realize you're in one. You're just playing and the game is handing you these situations or tips that teach you, but it's not entirely self-aware. Dark Souls does this pretty well. After the opening cutscene, you're in a cell in an asylum. It doesn't tell you how to move, you already know how to do that. If you're in a jail cell, you'd probably want to get out of there, right? Oh yes, the shiny thing, I should pick that up. There's a key for the cell door. Time to leave. Now you know what loot looks like, how to pick it up, also the idea that some doors will be locked, but that doesn't mean that you can't get through them. This comes up later, of course. The game then introduces you to a messaging system that are like moon runes scribed into the ground. You're prompted with a button when you stand over them. They are scattered throughout the asylum and the rest of the level, each telling you a control or a tip about gameplay, be it for performing a jump attack or letting you know that you can heal through sipping the Estus flask. While these are obviously tutorial tips, they are in the game the same way messages appear from other players, be it helpful information or perilous. The asylum isn't just a part of the game where you start. Later on, if you want to go back when you're a high level, there's a section you can't get into initially and a boss to fight. It works as a seamless tutorial because it isn't a tutorial level, it's part of the game's main world. On the other hand, RuneScape does offer Tutorial Island. It is self-aware, and as a tutorial, it restricts players from doing everything. It unravels each feature throughout the tutorial as not to confuse newcomers. You start with this, all empty, and by the end, you have all the icons. Then you are transported into the game world, and you can never go back to the tutorial island on that character. Banished. So how do these two differ? Well, they have options. You have to do the tutorial island, which for newcomers takes about 30 minutes, a fraction of the time you'll actually spend playing the game, especially when level 92 is only halfway to 99. With Dark Souls, you're allowed to play the game how it was intended to be played, from the start. It's not scripted. When everyone has played an FPS game, how do you make the tutorial engaging? Do you need one? If you are making a tutorial for your FPS game because it has special mechanics that need to be introduced, that's fine. Why not make it a little fun while you're at it? My mate told me about the tutorial for Farcry Blood Dragon, where your character, Sergeant Rex Power Cole, is aware they are in a tutorial and are just sick of it and want to get busy killing baddies. A shared thought between Sergeant Rex Power Cole and myself. On top of this, they make it a little silly. Here, have a listen.
Loading basic tutorial batch 101 from Military Navigation for Idiots. Auto-holstering weapons for silent approach.
Oh, you fucking asshole.
Have fun!
Sergeant Rex Power Cole knows they're being controlled and just wants to get on with it.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Jump if you wish to jump.
There's a sequence when you're being loaded into the Animus in Assassin's Creed where you get to control Desmond in an endless glitchy void. On consoles, you could be waiting for up to a minute to load in, so why not work on your combos? Fine-tune some of the mechanics and just play around. Sounds a little bit like a tutorial to me. A conscious developer decision, or just a byproduct of the idea? I think people were thankful either way.
War.
As games get more complex with other dimensions being opened up for us, we will always need tutorials. I just hope that the effort that goes into them stays the same.
I fucking hate tutorials, and this one is terrible.
This has been Bert. See ya.